Hey, welcome back to the Bass and Associates LLC YouTube channel. I'm your host Caleb Bass, and we're going to walk through the dashboard. The dashboard in QuickBooks Online is pretty simple, and they're actually doing a beta for the customization ability it has. You can drag drop the boxes, you can add or take away different sections that you don't really use or need, and you can get a good sense of how your business is performing and what tasks you need to do from the overview tab. So let's get right to it. Alrighty, so we're in Craig's Design and Landscaping Services dashboard here. He's got some tasks, he's got some bank accounts, uh, there's a privacy button here. There's just some different cool things that you can see right off the bat in the Get Things Done tab. There's two tabs actually that are a part of the dashboard, the Get Things Done and the Business Overview, which is pretty nice. The Business Overview is definitely a lot cooler. You can also see that you have your menu here right off the bat, so you can select any other tabs you might need. You can see your logo if you've uploaded one. You can click it, and it's not super hard to upload. It brings you to account and settings where you can go into the company name section here, click the pencil, upload your logo. Super simple. We'll exit out of that. Right below the Get Things Done tab, you see the tasks. So if you have something that needs to be paid, an invoice that needs to be sent out, any type of transactions that need to be categorized, reminders about anything your customers are needing to get done for you, you can see that right here, and you can actually just click the go button and it'll take you right over. Super simple. And then if you have any checking, savings, credit card accounts, any bank account will be right over here. You can click the pencil. You can move them around. If I want savings to be on the top, or I want to see my credit cards because that's where most of my spending is. You can do that. Just click the save button. Pretty simple. And if you're running through your QuickBooks and people are around, you can always hit the privacy button and all this stuff will lock down. It's pretty neat. Right below that, QuickBooks is trying to get you to do the QuickBooks payment, which is actually pretty cool if you're like on the job site a lot. A lot of landscapers will get Jobber or they'll use QuickBooks payments to get credit card transactions on the go. And you can also sign up for a checking account through them, which is pretty neat. It gives actually a pretty good percentage back if you hold money in there, which is nice. You can just scroll down a little bit more, it'll explore those products for you. Your quick actions are your customers, your expense, your vendor, bank deposit invoice, and then you can see your money in options here, like receiving payments, going and doing a bank deposit, keeping track of your cash that you've received in the field with sales receipts. You can create estimates pretty easily. Uh, you can go into your product and services tab. They also have a money out section here, so you can do vendors, bills, paying the bills, tracking expenses, writing checks for people, anything employee time entry, workers comp stuff is all right here. So you have to click the see more section, but right off the bat, it just gives you about 5 good ones you can get to, and this is fully customizable as well. So you can move these up, down, around, uncheck them, check them, but you can only have 4 of these checked at a time. So also you can get to your other tabs here for money in, money out. Just pick whatever one's most convenient for you if you're going to be on the dashboard a lot. I typically don't work out of the dashboard a whole lot. I use the tabs on the side, but a lot of people who don't use QuickBooks often just want to get to what they need to get to and be done with it. So, hey, kudos to you, right? Now we're going to go into the business overview tab. The cool thing that they're doing right now is customize. It's in beta. So you can click on that. You can move these boxes around. You can trash them. You can reset your layout. You can, so if it's like, go like this, just trash that out. I don't want that big tab there. I want this, moved over here because I want sales closer to my view. I want to move expenses to the middle. You can block by block the different sections on your business overview tab. And then if you're like, I hate it, it's horrible, you can just reset the layout, right? Which is pretty neat. You can add, remove widgets. So if you're like, I don't really need to see my apps, I really don't need to see my bank accounts, don't need sales, you could save that and it'll just have these ones here for you. Or we can go check all these guys again. All right, save that, reset it here. Boom, now we're right back to normal, right? So you have that cash flow at the top, profit and loss, expenses, bank accounts, all this jazz. We're gonna go ahead and hit done on this. We'll just leave it as default. You can see your cash flow, money in and out. You can see your cash balances, which is pretty cool for like projections and stuff like that. You can see what, based off of your transaction history, what your cash flow is being projected at through QuickBooks. They'll do it automatically for you. And you can see your money in, money out per month, which is nice. You can get that, you can get to this point over here too. All of these tabs you can get to over here also, like cash flows right here, you see. And then profit and loss will show you what transactions are in review. So if you know you have some expenses to categorize or income, in your banking tab, which we'll go through in another video, it'll show you how to auto categorize your transactions, but here it's going to show you what you haven't done, which is really nice. So if you haven't been in there in like 5 days and you're kind of behind, you can just squeeze over here and just click that and it'll bring you to it. Categorize 25 transactions. And then expenses, I like this one a lot. You can go back as far as you want. So you can do last year even, but I think the last 30 days or month by month is the best because you can kind of get an idea as to like what you're spending your money on. And it'll give you your big sections here like maintenance and repair or everything else if it's not categorized in anything very specific. Your legal and professional, cost of goods sold, and you can say, oh man, like I'm way overspending this month. I'm really not making as much as I should. I'm down 71% from the prior month. Let's try to get that moving a little better. You can also refresh it here too if you don't think it's up to date. Once again, you can see your bank accounts. So you can see the transactions that are in review based on what you haven't categorized currently. You have your invoices, so you can see what's overdue, what's not due yet, what you've been paid, what's not deposited, and what has been deposited. This is really cool because then you can just click on it and you can resend any invoices that are overdue by 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, anything like that based off of your terms and conditions. And you can also see your sales. So you look at your sales in relation to your expenses. That'll give you kind of a good idea. You can, well, your profit and loss will be here too, so you can kind of already see that automatically here. But maybe it's a little motivating for people to come down here and say, this quarter I've done 9,300 in sales. That's pretty sweet. So yeah, that's all that the dashboard really has to offer. There's some really cool things. You also have the privacy button here too. I don't want to get too deep into it because this is pretty much just like a shift through what everything is in the dashboard. Is something that's supposed to be super basic and simple for you guys to understand. And so now you have it. If you have any questions, just feel free to hit us up. Happy dashboarding. All right, now you know a little bit more about the QuickBooks Online Dashboard, the business overview, and you can kind of show yourself what tasks you have. You can show anybody else that has access, or your bookkeeper can see what needs to get done, what your cash flow is looking like, how much money you have, what's in review in your banking tab, all these kind of things you can get to through your business overview tab. And if you want, you can play around with the customization since they're in beta with it, which is pretty cool on QuickBooks' part. So go ahead, remove, add sections, customize it to your liking. And until next time, guys, make sure that you drop a comment if you have a question. We'll answer it, no problems at all. And if you want to have a little chat about business or bookkeeping, hit us up. Bass & Associates LLC is happy to answer any of your questions. I'm your host, Caleb Bass. I'll talk to you personally. I don't mind at all. And if you guys want to go ahead and leave a thumbs up and subscribe, we'd greatly appreciate it. Until the next video.